key. Oh. Sydney departures, here we go. Welcome everybody to the Papua New Guinea gold mining series. This is quite the adventure, and I just wanted to take a minute at the beginning here to explain sort of how we got here and what's happening. So this is going to be a series of videos. I'm here for 8 days, and I will be high banking for gold here in the Southern Hemisphere. I'm just going to start the video out with a view from Sydney International Airport, where I left this morning. I'm looking around the aircraft, and I'm noticing that there's not really a lot of people aboard. I had the entire row to myself, as well as the rows in front of me, and at this point in the journey I'm a little bit nervous, not yet having met my guide in person. And if you do a quick Google search on Papua New Guinea, it doesn't necessarily come across as a tourist trap. Papua New Guinea. All right, what do we got here? You got some violent crime, piracy, kidnapping, no healthcare available, volcanoes, tsunamis, don't take taxis. Alrighty. It's definitely a little bit stressful if you spend too much time online looking at everything that could go wrong. But I know based on personal experience that the real world is usually full of beautiful people, beautiful experiences, and there's just certain places you need to know to avoid. Don't go here late at night. And that is why I'm doing this with a experienced local guide who's going to make sure that I'm well taken care of and safe throughout this adventure. So as we are flying north from Sydney to Port Moresby, which is on the south end of Papua New Guinea, we're flying over just some beautiful parts of the interior of Australia. I'm just staring out the window and taking it all in, really. But the whole story kind of begins, I guess, in 2020 when I started a YouTube channel. But then a few years later, I was working in northern Alberta, and I actually met a gentleman named Patrick. Now, Patrick decided to subscribe to my channel after watching a video I made where me and my brother flew an airplane across the Rocky Mountains, hitchhiked up to a ski hill, hitchhiked back to the airport, and flew home. He's into aviation. He subscribed to my channel, and we've loosely been in touch since then. During this time, I no longer work at that place in northern Alberta, and I have moved to Australia. Patrick has also moved here to Papua New Guinea, where he works at a gas plant for 1 month on and off, and he met Kenny, my local guide. So when he was talking to Kenny, he said, I hear you gold mine on your days off. I know a guy. He put the two of us in touch. And at that point, Kenny decided he would really like one of my high bankers. So I had built a series of 6 high bankers. I guess this was last year, plus a 7th, the original prototype. So we sold all 6 high bankers pretty much in the first 2 months. The reception has been really good, and people have kept wanting more of those. So I'm going to head back to Canada and make another batch of those. But in the meantime, the original production prototype that we used in the main video of that high banker was still sitting in my garage. I spoke to Chris, had him get in touch with Patrick. He put that on his luggage when he came down to do a work shift here in Papua New Guinea, and now the high banker is here in Papua New Guinea. I am here in Papua New Guinea, and we are going to go mining for gold. Come along for this adventure, and hope for the best. Hope that we find a lot of gold. I know there's going to be a lot of adventure. So at this point, I'm going to leave you guys to actually start this video. The first scene, I am in a shopping mall in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea, where we're eating a rather unique lunch. Check it out. Numundo Steakhouse. This is where you get fast food steaks. I'm telling you, fast food place, you should see the steak we just got from here. Unreal. So here it is. Just yeah. And he's still waiting for his, but I just gotta, this is not a like sit down, fine dining. This is a mall. This was a fast food kiosk. And right here, that is a half kilogram. Right there. Probably what, like an 18-ounce steak for you Americans. This is just a fast food in a mall right here. Absolutely unreal. So yeah, that's how we're starting the adventure. I'm gonna mow down on this, and then yeah, we'll get some more interesting stuff right away. Everybody, I've landed in Port Moresby. This is Kenny. This is Charles. Charles was a mayor here back in 2013 for, I believe, 9 years. 9 years. So I am in good company here, and we're just like in a regular mall. I'll show you this place. Steaks for like fast food steaks. I've never seen this. This needs to be a thing in Canada and in Australia. You need to learn. Come to Port Moresby for literally, I'm about to get a T-bone from a fast food place in the mall. This is incredible, and yeah, adventures to come. So we'll keep you updated and join us for this little adventure. So what do we have ahead of us here, Kenny?
That is the National Parliament House.
Okay, National Parliament House.
Papua New Guinea. So Papua New Guinea's National Parliament, all the members of Parliament, this is where they held all the Parliament meetings and talk about issues in the country and decide the future of the country. So this is where it all happens.
Beautiful, like architecture of that.
That is the house number one, and that's from the Civic. So we'll see if we can, when we go back in Wewak. This is the traditional houses built in the Pacific province.
Okay. Meanwhile, we got our buddies hanging out in the back here. The strictness of seatbelt laws are a little bit less.
Yeah. We're winging it.
We're winging it. But yeah, I remember, like I was saying earlier, kayaking was my sport growing up. Right. We would all just get into somebody's, Toyota Hilux and go up this rough road, and we'd all be in the back with our kayaks bouncing around back there, and yeah, good times.
Yes.
Pleasure to meet you, Charles.
I just seen Wewak. I hope you have a pleasant stay in Wewak, and I'll see you on Monday here.
All right. Thanks a lot, Charles. Pleasure to meet you. All right. We're back up with Kenny. Ready for our flight to Wewak? Yep. That's where the gold is.
And passenger Alan Jack, passengers yet to board flight PX2627 to Hopkins at KBA.
Looks like I'm staying in Port Moresby tonight. Flight cancelled. Kenny, what's the plan? What's next?
So we're going on another adventure. We're going to try out public transportation. We got a room booked for Kyle already. So we're going to go out, get on a cab, and go to the hotel.
Now, when you say taking a cab is another adventure.
Yes, it is.
I've read online about this. Why might this be an adventure?
Oh, you have some very interesting characters that are behind the wheels.
Some entrepreneurial spirit.
Yes.
All right.
So they might have a few stories to tell.
Excellent.
So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
That's the adventure. That's how it goes, and everything's good for flight out of here tomorrow at 5:30 in the morning. So we're back at the airport at 5 a.m.
Yep.
We'll get to gold mining, but stick with us here on this adventure, and it just keeps getting more adventurous. I'm loving it.
You can take a video. 6 years ago.
Nice. Kenny's got me booked into a hotel tonight, and he's gonna pick me up at 4:30 a.m. tomorrow to get to the airport in time. So it's a little bit of a side quest, but everything's going good. And it's time for a little beverage. Yep. Cheers.
Cheers.
And to the adventure.
The adventure.
That's good.
Yep. I like it.
No, it's a nice one.
Favorite.
That's a really good one. I am back in the hotel here in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea. The official plan today was to actually fly out to Wewak, but that flight was canceled, and so I am still here. Now, according to the official itinerary, tomorrow I'm going to be waking up at 4 in the morning, leaving this hotel at 4:30, getting to the airport bright and early, and we are flying out to Wewak, fingers crossed. And here's what's really cool is that in Wewak, there is an Utmost Adventurer highbanker, a highbanker that I actually built with my own hands back in Canada last year with my friend Chris. Since then, I have found myself moved to Australia, and my highbanker, that original production prototype, has found itself in Wewak, Papua New Guinea. So I have then found myself in Papua New Guinea. We're going to come together tomorrow in tomorrow's video, or whenever it comes out. As soon as I edit it, it'll be here. And yeah, it's still in the original box that Chris packaged it up and duct taped it up and put everything in there that I asked him to. And it's here. So I'm going to be arriving, and Kenny and myself, we're going to unbox this thing together. We'll set up the camera just like this and show you what's in the box and what we're doing. And if everything goes to plan, you know, itineraries, as close as we can come to actually making this happen, we're taking this to a river and we're going to do gold mining here in the Southern Hemisphere. It looks to me sort of like a combination Fraser River style fine gold and flake. I think the highbanker is going to do really, really well on that. Of course, it is going to be a very long day tomorrow. Today was already a very long day, so I'm gonna check out here, have a quick shower, and try to get some sleep. It's probably already about 9 p.m. So let's let the band play you out some really nice tunes, and until the next video, as always, cheers and thank you for watching, everybody. Time for my shower.